Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lema, Angelic Astrologer and Spiritual Consultant with AngelMessenger.net, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, January 12th through Sunday, January 18th, 2015. So we're going to take a little bit of a look here at the astrology of the week before we look at the cards for the week, as we usually do. And we start out on Monday the 12th with the planet Mars going into the sign of Pisces. Now Mars is all about our physical energy, our forward movement. It's about action. And as it goes into that water sign of Pisces, it might actually water down, so to speak, that fiery momentum of Mars. So you might feel a little bit more lacking in physical vitality and energy. Just, you might need to get a little bit more rest, a little bit more sleep. You just don't have as much get up and go as you usually do. It also, as far as working on projects and moving forward with your plans, it doesn't stop it, but it might slow it down a little bit. And it actually is really good as far as utilizing that energy for spiritual projects, because Pisces is a very spiritual sign. So if you're working on something spiritual or creative or artistic, it can be a really good placement for Mars as it moves through Pisces. But otherwise, if we're dealing with, business matters or monetary matters, it just might bring in an energy to where things are not really unfolding in the timing that you would like or in the way that you thought. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's negative. It just means that it's going to be different. Okay. And then as we go into Wednesday the 14th, the moon is going to be in Scorpio. And this is a very deep sign, a very deep, passionate placement for the moon. It makes it very sensitive and empathic. And it's going to be in challenging aspects to Mercury, the planet of communication and thoughts, and it's also going to be in a challenging aspect to Venus, which is the planet of love, relationships, harmony, balance, can even rule money and finances. So with that challenging aspect, we might have some difficulty with our own thought processes to where we're a little bit more negative, so to speak, or we're not looking at the positive side of things. We might also have some challenges with others when we're communicating with them. I feel like it's just, a ripple, a blip, it's something that we're going to get through and get over because it doesn't last very long. But just be aware that there might be a butting of heads, because Scorpio is a very fixed sign. And it wants what it wants when it wants it. So it doesn't like to budge too much. And so therefore there might be just a little bit of difficulty with that placement that day. And then as we move into Thursday, we have Mars, which is newly into Pisces, as we said. And it will be in a challenging aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius. Now, depending on where in the world you're at, you might actually start to feel this on Wednesday. So Wednesday going into Thursday, this will be an active transit. And Mars square Saturn usually brings about difficulties in moving forward. You feel a little bit stuck or limited in energies moving forward. But I also feel that there is a reason for this. I feel like you're being slowed down from a spiritual perspective for a reason, that there's something that you're missing or information that needs to be gained, or you're going to be redirected somehow and you're not aware of it. So I don't feel, that it's totally a negative, because Saturn in Sagittarius is actually here to bring blessings into our lives. And like I said, Mars in Pisces, it just kind of slows things down a little bit. And so I just feel like there's a reason. There's a reason why we're kind of being slowed down. So don't allow yourself to feel stuck or held back. Rather look at it as there's something more that I need to see or understand, or there's more information to be gained before I move forward. And then as we move into Friday, the moon will by then be in the sign of Sagittarius, and it will be coming up to meet Saturn. So it will square Mars and square Neptune. There's a lot going on here at the moon. So the moon is going to conjunct Saturn, and then it's going to square Mars and square Neptune. Now, a square aspect is a challenge. So again, what does that mean? I still feel like there's things going on that we don't quite yet understand. And it's important for us to tune in through meditation and through listening to our angels and guides and tune into our higher soul self and what our own intuitive senses are telling us. Again, moon in Sagittarius is very optimistic. It's very, upbeat. It's happy-go-lucky. And so I feel like there's some sort of blessing underneath if we look for it. So just kind of go with the flow. All of this week is going to be kind of a going with the flow and allowing some of these things to unfold and take place that we're not quite understanding yet. The rest of the week, Saturday, Sunday, there's no major aspects going on, but it's pretty good because the moon's going to be in Capricorn, and it's making some positive aspects to some of the other planets as it moves through Capricorn. So I feel like, into the weekend, we're actually feeling pretty secure. Now, it is building up to a square to Uranus and a conjunction to Pluto. And a square to Uranus can be challenging, and that conjunction to Pluto, it's setting off that Pluto-Uranus square. And that happens actually early Monday morning, the 19th, but we're going to start feeling that Sunday as well. So just know that there's some sort of change and transformation coming up as we move into Sunday, later Sunday, Sunday evening, and going into Monday. So let's take a look at the stones of choice for this week. And this is for your special message card. We're going to be using, by the way, Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck, and for the special message card today, for the week, we're using Messages from Your Angels, also by Doreen Virtue. So your first stone of choice is a rose quartz. This is a rose quartz heart. Rose quartz vibrates to the heart chakra, and this is all about love and peace and serenity. It's a very soft, nurturing, loving stone. And it can be about love in relationships as well, but it's really and truly first about loving yourself, nurturing yourself, respecting yourself, and letting go of judgments against yourself. So it's all about self-healing. It's opening that heart chakra to self-love, but also, again, it does deal with the emotional realm and the healing of emotions in relationships as well. Now, the second stone of choice is Malachite. This is a green stone, and it also vibrates to the heart chakra, and it also deals with the healing of feelings and emotions, but on a much deeper level, whereas the rose quartz is much more nurturing and gentle. The Malachite goes in really deep. It goes in really deep to heal old, ancient wounds of the heart, feelings, emotions, relationships, whether it be this life or previous lifetimes, but it really kind of digs deep to the root of the matter. It also can be quite transmuting and protective of energies like electromagnetic energies, energies in the environment, and things of that nature. So it's a hugely beneficial stone. Your last stone of choice is Citrine. Now, Citrine can also be about the emotions. It really vibrates to the solar plexus chakra. And the way it deals with emotions is it's dealing with emotions of empowerment. So using your positive feelings and emotions, joy and happiness and, feeling uplifted, feeling confident, stepping into your power. This helps to cleanse and purify all emotions. And again, it helps to empower that solar plexus chakra. So again, your stones of choice for the week are rose quartz, malachite, and citrine. So let's go ahead and give these cards a shuffle, and we're going to ask for our angels and guides to come in and give us whatever information is in our highest and best interest to know for this week. And we call in all of the archangels, all of the ascended masters, all of those of the highest vibration of light to bring forth whatever messages, wisdom, and knowledge is in our highest and best interest to know. This one's sticking out, so I'll pull that for the second card. This one's actually sticking out, so I'm going to pull that for the third card. We'll put this deck down and we'll see what the messages for the week are. So starting with the first card, we have the Page of Fire. This is a great card. I love this card. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. It says, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Now, the page cards are oftentimes about messages. And this can be messages from spirit, your angels and guides, because it's a fire element. The fire element is a spiritual element. But it can also be messages from other people around you or having communication with people around you as well. And I feel like there's, something new in the air, something exciting that you're working on, some, guidance that you're getting as far as moving forward with your path, your career, maybe a relationship. We're going to have to look at the rest of the cards to get more information, but this is a very creative and uplifting and positive card to start out the week. So I'm very excited to see that. Let's look at the second card. Okay, this is the Eight of Air. And it says, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, and afraid to take action. Now, the air suit is always about our intellect. It's about our mind. It often deals with the ego fears and doubts, the illusions of the ego mind. And whenever I see this card, I always think of self-empowerment, because the number 8 is a number that deals with power. It deals with empowerment. And the image here on this card, it's a group of unicorns, but there's one here out ahead that's kind of breaking free of the group. It's kind of running out in front of the others, or you can even say maybe escaping something that's going on. So in essence, that unicorn is empowering itself. It's taking its power back and it's moving forward. And since this deals with the air element, we're dealing with, again, our thoughts, our ideas, our belief systems. And it does say, again down here, an illusion of being trapped. And it is just an illusion. Whatever your fears are, it's not really real. It's the negative ego mind that's trying to put those doubts into your head and keep you from being able to move forward. And since we started out with that Page of Fire, I feel that there's exciting ideas, exciting messages, positive, creative energy that can help to propel you forward. You have an idea and you have this excitement energy, and it's this new year and a new energy, and you want to do new things, but there's something holding you back, and there's some sort of fear here where you feel like you can't do it. And so definitely it's time to empower yourself. But let's look at the last card and see what that card is to kind of wind up the message. Now, this is the Knight of Water. And the Knight of Water says emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. It says falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and invitation to a social event. Now, sometimes the Knight of Water can indicate people in our lives, but in this case, with what we're talking about as far as this reading so far, is I feel like this is just dealing with our emotional nature. It's dealing with balancing the emotions, like it says at the bottom of this card. We have to keep both our mind and our emotions balanced and in a positive place in order to take that creative, uplifting, outgoing, confident energy of the Page of Fire and make things happen for ourselves. So I really feel like if we do what we can to kind of bring ourselves to a positive state of emotions and feelings, to stay balanced emotionally, that things are going to turn out and things are going to work out. Everything's going to fall into place. So meditation, the water here is always about contemplation, meditation, intuition, your psychic senses. So I really feel like tapping in through meditation, yoga, tai chi, walking out in nature, whatever kind of calms and balances you emotionally, as well as clears your mind emotionally, is going to be really beneficial for you as you move throughout this week. Now let's see what the special message card is depending on your stone of choice. And again, we have the messages from your angels. I don't think we've used this deck for a little while. So we're going to give them a shuffle, and we're going to call in all of our angels and archangels. And for those of you that chose The Rose Quartz. This one's sticking out, so I'm going to choose this one. For the Rose Quartz people, your message is Shante, and it says, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So maybe you've been dealing with stress, maybe you're dealing with confusion, upset emotions, and whether this be last week or, even from last year, this angel is telling you that things are going to get better now. And especially if you look at the message of this week, which is empowering yourself mentally, not allowing the ego mind to put, negative things in your head and causing anxieties and doubts. And as long as you balance yourself emotionally, that Shante is saying that peace is going to help you move forward. And even more than that is that it's not going to be as tough as you think, and it's not going to be as tough as it has been in the past, that things are going to get easier, it's going to get better, it's going to unfold more naturally for you as you move forward. So that's a really nice message for the week for the Rose Quartz people. And then for those of you that chose the Malachite Stone, let's see, Malachite Stone, this one here on the bottom. Malachite is Merlina, and Merlina's message says, you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. So here it sounds like, there's something that you're needing to make a decision about, but you're needing to kind of get more information, whether it be from other people or doing research on your own, or, first of all, I feel like with that confusion part, that again, we're talking about balancing your own mindset first before you do anything, but there's something that you need to figure out as far as information before you're able to kind of make a decision and move forward. Right now things are too chaotic, you're feeling a little bit ungrounded, anxious maybe, and you can never really make a good and clear decision when you're in that state. So the first thing to do is bring yourself into a state of balance emotionally and mentally, like we talked about. And then you need to be open to either looking up information for yourself, doing some research, finding people that you can talk to that maybe are more professional in certain areas that you're dealing with, that you need information on or you need answers with. And once you are, done doing that, once you seek that advice out, you'll be able to make a more appropriate and beneficial decision on whatever it is you're working on. And then for the people that chose the Citrine, let's see, the Citrine people. Okay, this one here is calling to me, so I'm going to pull that one out. Citrine, now this is interesting. It's Sonia, and it says, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy or at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Now, this seems to be really outside of the scope of what we're talking about. So for the people that chose Citrine, I just feel like you have someone that's on the other side, whether it be a family member, a significant other, a child, an aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, somebody that is watching over you. They want you to know, first of all, that they're okay, they're thinking about you, they're with you, they're guiding you. And in relation to what we have been talking about throughout the week, that they are here to kind of support you, by sending their love and sending their light, and they're giving you a message that you can do it and you can move forward and everything's going to be okay. So, you might be maybe missing that person when truly they are with you at all times, and truly you can speak with them and they will hear you, but they want you to know in return that they are hearing you and they are sending their love, their light, their healing, and their support for you and for whatever's going on in your life, especially this week. So I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. If you'd like a more personalized reading, please check out my services on my page at angelmessenger.net. See what services I offer. I'd love to be able to help you with a healing session or a reading. Also, I do daily Facebook posts, and if you'd like to be able to receive those daily Facebook posts, please send me a friend request. Colleen Lema is my Facebook page. I send you all much love and light. I'm very grateful and thankful for all of your support, your kind comments. Each and every one of you is such a blessing to me in my life. So again, until next week, many, many angel blessings of love and light.